This live stream is for entertainment and information purposes only. Do not copy our trades, as we are just trading to have fun. Many of our trades could already be closed before you even see us opening the trade on YouTube due to the delay of the stream, and we trade offline as well, so you do not get to see the complete picture. We make no claims of profitability. We are not licensed professionals, and we are not providing any investment or trading advice. Greater than 90% of all traders lose money, and we are not responsible or liable for any of your trading decisions or losses. Please trade on demo only and consult a licensed professional. Please read and understand CFTC Rule 4.41. Let's get to the charts and trade safe today. Mic check, sound check. Let's get it all done. Give me a second here. That looks good. Sound check, 1, 2, you're going to hear an echo. Sound check, 1, 2, you're going to hear an echo. Okay, everything looks good. Let's see if we can find a trade. Let's quickly take a look at the 15-minute chart. What did we do? We gapped down by how much? 430. Wow, 130 points. I would say right at this moment, I do have a mild bearish bias. A mild bias to the downside, although the gap fills. Looking pretty, but it really didn't do much, eh? We got above VWAP. And then traded back below it. Got our 2 consecutive candle closes below it. But we just may be getting 2 consecutive candle closes back above. So let's see if we can figure something out here. Maybe knock out a trade or two in an evening session trade. Hope you guys all had a good Easter. Ours was pretty good, actually. We had a good family dinner. Actually, while we have time, we're waiting for maybe a setup. Let's see what's happening on the daily. Stupid. Stupid, my lines are gone. I did have something like this that I was watching. You know, these lines are subjective. You can basically put them anywhere. Right now, I kind of want to try and get a triple touch. Same thing on the downside. I know some people were calling this a bull flag. I don't really know how you can call this a bull flag when we're trading lower. For me, this is a bear flag, if anything. I mean, I guess anybody is free to see it any way they want. Gold keeps climbing. Oil, well, I would have been happy with oil under 50 bucks, but yeah, but back to this. I don't see how anybody can call this a bull flag. Markets are trending lower since February. This is the daily chart here. The 50's under the 100, 50's under the 200 on the MAs. We'll see what the markets bring us. What do we got here on the 15-minute? Any levels to see? Well, we swept the 18,260. It's true. I don't know if any of you guys caught my back testing. I finished out my back testing for the DEES 24 contract. The results were pretty spectacular. You should go check out that video if ever you come across it. So here, Honestly, I don't think there's any easy targets. It's pretty quiet now. I mean, the volume's pretty good. 45,000 contracts already traded. We got 6-point range in the 1 minute candles, which isn't bad. But with that being said, I don't think there's any obvious easy targets right now. I think we're just going to drift wherever the buyers and sellers take it. I mean, if I'm going to look for something likely, it's either the previous day's low, which is marked off by this dotted line, which is also very close to the evening session lows, or the evening session highs. Mark it out and we'll watch. See if we can get a setup. Did get a couple of higher swing lows, higher swing highs, but now we're gonna very soon get 3 consecutive lower swing highs. That would leave me inclined to look for trades to the downside. Okay, let's see if we can pull anything out of this. Right now, I don't see anything that I could jump on. Not even if I was hungry for a trade. Actually, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. I gotta put something in here. There is a long trade that I could justify. Give me a minute. Okay, well, I don't mind this trade here, but I want to get in at around 298. We also broke those trend lines. Now we have a higher swing low put in. Can it get filled at 298? Why don't I put in the order? There we go. An even better price. And everyone's advising me, put in your stop loss. So I will. $97.78. Is that correct? Yep. Okay, stops in. Let's see if we can get another bounce off VWAP. See how long I'm going to have to sit in this trade for something to happen. Already it's going against me that quickly. Oh, why are we doing a sound check? Wow, look at you, eh? Did we just wick those two lows? Can't give it much more room than that. I mean, 71 is the max. That kind of stunk. That was an instant rejection off my order. I'm basically in loss management right now. Not really thinking about turning a profit on this trade, but just getting out with a manageable small loss, negligible loss. Let's just break the high of the previous candle. Let's put in a sell limit around here for a piece. Hopefully we can see a little bit of a push. That'll be about a 2-point loss. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. There we go. How much more can you ask for? Take a 10 lot and lose 20 bucks on the trade. Excellent loss management. Does it always work out as good? Nope. But as long as you respect your stops. I gotta say though, I didn't see that coming. So we're back below. We traded below VWAP for about 8 minutes, traded above VWAP for 8 minutes. We're gonna do the same thing now again. We're gonna flip-flop on each side of VWAP. I mean, I do have to think the evening the evening session highs do look attractive as a target, as it's also in the direction of gap fill. So that's two things that put that in favor. Okay, let's see what we got. Whoa, nice move up.
Every night at 12, I lose my fucking mind. Babe, I'm bushy, can't leave you behind. Every night at 12, breaking all the rules. Everybody's teaching that you ain't get go. Got me acting crazy, baby, I'm not losing. Only good my man, baby. Peaceful, I'll be here for you. Can't stop this feeling, my heart is feeling. Pasar en jet. No me importa nada cuando estás en mi mirada. Los minutos pasan y las reglas se traspasan. Es una locura, pero vale la aventura. Midnight es nuestro y el momento es perfecto. Every night at 12, we break every law. Babe, I know she coming back for more. Every night at 12, cracking all combos. Fading pushing, see, but she ain't get both. Drowning in the hazy, baby, I'm not lazy. Only good leg in me. Just a you point, check out a big tune. I compare how they here for you. Didn't that let's be when my heart is bent. Be sad and jet. Just sitting. Breaking rules, losing control. Can't stop now, won't let you go. 매일 밤이 우리 천국. Talk the world, this is our show. Every night at 12. Every night at 12. 매일 밤 불씨. Breaking all the rules. Every night at 12. The rules. 다시만 벌칙 끝이되게 go. Can't stop, won't stop, baby, it's central. Living in Miami, in the forex. Every night at 12. Been holding back too long, pressure building up inside. You're not one the more she sees, try to keep
It happened again, huh?
Every time you push
Well,
me back,
that's
so
not
don't
the
ever
first time nor the last time that that's going to happen. It's
break free.
unbelievable how that happens
Feel
so
it
often to me.
coming, feel it rising.
Give me a second. I was actually talking to you also. Really? I don't even have that. Okay, close. I was just saying anyways, the most likely draw now on price is to the upside with the evening session high and the gap fill. That's all. Looking to see if I can maybe get another entry to the upside. I did have one, got stopped out. I had a 10 lot, and then I went into loss management, and I managed to keep the loss small to 30 bucks. I think it was as much as 180 at one point. Did you get any trades this evening? See anything? Got any setups? Let me lower the music a little bit. You never know how loud you guys hear it. It's because I have my volume on low. Maybe I should put my volume on high. There we go. No, just relaxing tonight. Saw you were on. Yeah. I came on because I saw the gap, the size of the gap. I couldn't believe we opened lower by 100 points. Then we traded lower by another 80 points in the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I didn't expect that, actually. So I figured maybe there'd be some opportunity to take in a trade or not. I figured I would stream a little bit, but so far only one entry really for me, and wasn't able to turn that one green. And my cat just left me a present. If there was a way to share the smell with you, I would. Jesus Christ. I don't know, maybe it's time to change his cat food. How was that even opened? That's good luck. No, he's not an outside cat. Let's go with the good luck. But if this is what good luck smells like, I'm not sure I want good luck. You know what I was thinking today? How crazy these prop firm evaluations are. Look at the 50K account. You get a 50K account, $2,500 drawdown on the eval. You got to make $3,000 on the eval. Then you're gonna go into the funded sim, and you got to make $3,000, and that's the trailing threshold, so you can't withdraw. So you kind of got to make another $3,000. So basically, with the $2,500 you have to work with, you almost got to make like $9,000. So these prop firms are getting you to try and make, what is it, 9, 2, 5, 7.5, more than 350%. This is what we're up against, what we have to accomplish. And it's amazing that as many people do. How many people actually are able to get the payouts and pull out big sums of money. If you think about, I mean, you know, they say, oh, it's not a $50,000 account. You have $2,500 to work with. They could assign any number they want to the account. They can say it's a $400 million account. It's the same thing. Yeah, you have a $400 million account, but you have $2,500 to lose. If you have $2,500 to lose, it's a $2,500 account. It's just like if you dumped $2,500 into your own private account, you have $2,500 to lose. So it's pretty impressive what the returns that these traders are pulling out. If you think about it, not the gamblers. Not the ones that just YOLO and do nonsense. That's not what I'm talking about. But the consistent traders. I was thinking about that this weekend. And I said to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to use 1% as my risk per trade. Do prop farming, yeah. Okay, I didn't finish your sentence. I already agreed with you, but prop farming, what I thought you were going to say is that the way that I think I see people doing it is they use about, let's say, 2, 3, 4 evals to get funded, and they use 2, 3, or 4 funded to get a payout. So it still works out mathematically, right? Let's just work with the most pessimistic. Let's go with 5. You use 5 evals to get 5 funded. No. Oh, it's true. If you're using 5 evals, that's 25. Let's do the math on that. So to get 5 funded, and it takes you 5 evals, that's 25 accounts. So 25 times, let's say 30. That's, you put in $750. And that gave you 25 evals at $30. $750 you're in. And with that, you got 5 funded. Those 5 funded, let's say 125 each. 5 times 125. That's another 625 plus 750. Look, the math works. You put in $1,375 and you pull out $2,500. I would say that $2,500 on an investment of $1,375 is a pretty damn good return. I mean, they make it a little bit harder with the consistency rules. And Apex also has the 30% drawdown rule. But still definitely doable. You know, you have a decent system with edge, like my algo has pretty decent edge. You just cut it, you cut your drawdown into 3 pieces. So let's say I risk 800 per trade. And try to get the target. So 3 trades, well, 8, 16, 24, 13, no, 4 trades get me to target. This thing can probably, every second day, can probably get 1 account to target, if not every 3rd day for sure. And if you lose, you lose. I should try that, actually. You know, I'm going to do a review on them. I haven't really looked too closely at TPT. But I'm going to do a review on them. So I'll break down all their rules, divide it into pros and cons, make it a 2-parter. We're getting into quiet market here now. Coming up to 8 o'clock, but I only got 5 points of range in the 1-minute candles. We are trading up slowly to the evening session highs. I'm actually not looking at the open. Actually, it's hard even for me to see it. Let me go to this chart. No, the way Ninja draws the lines and moves the previous close, it's too hard for me to see what the open was. Even if I open it up. That was probably the high of the day, the evening session. Maybe not. What do we got here? 18,384. Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry. 18,384. I have it marked off as 18,328. I don't know. For me, that candle, that first minute candle, I bet if I turn it into a 10-second candle or a 5-second candles, I don't think we stayed there at all. Let me take a look over here what happened. This will give me an idea of what happened with price. Right on the open. Yeah, 6 o'clock. I don't even have it trading above 308, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Do you see that chart there? Yeah, you do. And if I add a day, days to load, let me make it 4 days to load. I'll see what this chart over here that I'm looking at in the bottom. Where do you see it? You see it on the bottom left. It only tracks price. There's no time element in this chart. That's what I use for my scalping. So it doesn't even show a trade, anything above 18,308, and that was exactly at 6. So what we're seeing on the 1 minute candle, I don't know. Why it goes as high as 380. Wow, look at that run. I had the idea with the long, or the long bias. I just didn't have, look how it wicked it and came back down. Crazy, crazy, crazy. There it goes to show you, don't chase. Doesn't pay to chase. Asia just opened. You know what? I would tend to agree with you. And why I said I would tend to agree with you is because everyone has a different opinion on when the Asia Open is. I always thought it was 9. A lot of people said 9. But there does seem to be always a burst of activity at 8. I should ask ChatGPT. Let's see what ChatGPT says. Let's get some GPT input. I'm trading the NQ futures in the evening and I'm curious, when is the Asian session open? Is it 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, or 10 p.m. Eastern? And the verdict is, ChatGPT says, the Asian session for futures, specifically for the NQ, begins when the Tokyo market opens, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Tokyo time. Here's a breakdown for clarity. Asia session starts, Tokyo Open, 9 p.m. Eastern. European session, 3 a.m. That's funny because I always believe the European session is 8 a.m. 2 a.m. U.S. session. That said, volume starts to pick up a little before the Tokyo Open, increases further when Hong Kong and Shanghai open at 9:30 Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern. Is this accurate for our current daylight savings time? Yes, this is accurate for current daylight savings times. Eastern Daylight Time, UTC -4 from March to November. Asia session starts 9 p.m. Well, there you have it, Alex M. Asia is 8. ChatGPT says 9. Based on the Tokyo Open. Can we argue with GPT? Are we smarter than artificial intelligence, really? Hey, I have a long. I'll take it. It has low risk. It has, let me tell you what the risk is. 26 minus 14, 12. I'm in at 20. Okay, about 8 points risk. Not bad. I'll get in on this trade. Win or lose, it's still a good trade. My target is 40. Ooh, oh boy. That's a little bit of an aggressive target. Sell limit, I'll make it 38. And I don't know. I can't argue with GPT. What are you basing, what are we basing it on? Maybe the Chinese market instead of Tokyo? They're basing it on Tokyo. Right? Isn't that what they said? Asian session starts with the Tokyo Open. What about the Nikkei? What time does that open? Great question. The Nikkei, often traded on Osaka, tracks the Tokyo Stock Exchange. The Nikkei index is Tokyo. Same thing, hasn't changed. I didn't even know the Nikkei was for the Tokyo Exchange. We live, we learn. What am I long at? I'm long at 20 and a quarter. Well, I don't like the fact that we just wicked what I'm calling the evening session high and came down, rotated lower quite quickly. But you know what? The buyers may just step back in again. Anybody new, click the subscribe button. Always appreciate it. Help me with the YouTube algo. Same thing, guys. Give a little click on that like button. It is 8 p.m. Eastern. Everyone uses that. Well, that's what's most important, right, Al? What everyone uses. If everyone thinks it's at 8 p.m., then that's what we go with. There's a lot of things I use only because other people use them, just like VWAP. VWAP is one of those things there. I lightened up a bit. No, I gotta change my size to a 3. There we go. Let me lighten up another little piece here. I'll sell 1. Change my size to a 2. And we will let the rest go. But I will move my stop to break even. I mean, if we come back down to there, seriously, I don't think I want to be in this trade anymore. I'll put a 3-bar stop. This bar is closing in 30 seconds. Sell stop market right there. I don't want to be in this trade anymore. I don't think I should use this. I should lose on the rest of it. Not really making any big bucks here, but you know, green is green, right? Right? Right, Al? Alex M with an E? Well, we still haven't closed above that blue line, which is what I'm marking off officially as the evening session high. Until we get a close above it, I'm not confident in the rest of the trade. But anyways, I got some pieces out. I got a few pieces out on the pops, right? There we go. There we go. Let's go. Another 7 points. Come on, seriously? Every time? How is that you selling at the 30s? Keep knocking it down. I heard you're a whale. Rumor has it you're a whale. There we go. Let's take out the whale. Let's harpoon the whale. Well, we got to close above. In 36 seconds, we'll have a second close above. And at that point, I will adjust my line for the evening session highs. And we're close to getting taken out. Let's go. Oh, fuck off. Another little, what I missed by 38.25. A point. I hate that. I hate that. Let's go. Everybody with live accounts. There's not a lot of people in the market. The offer is thin. You can push it through. You know what? Next little touch, I'm just hitting the close button. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring it down to 35 3/4. And not only that, my stop is moving up to here. And I'm still smelling the present my cat gave me. This pisses me off. See, that's why I like to take pieces off. Market always finds a way to, especially trails, you know, trailing stops. I never really found a mathematical justification for them. I found they use trailing stops, you almost always get less than if you were to just take pieces off as it was popping. Not a big fan of trailing stops. They have their use, definitely. I mean, if you set them wide enough, you can catch some big moves. You can stay in for some big moves, but for the way I use them with active scalping and I trail them aggressively, it's I think it's mathematically incorrect to use them. I'm always getting less than what I could have gotten out of the trade. Not always. You can't say always, but I can say it seems to be much more often. And that's also been the case with my backtesting. And again, speaking of backtesting, I put up a backtesting video that was running the numbers on the opening drive for the DS24 contract. Excuse me, the results were pretty spectacular. You guys should check out that video. I recommend it. I give it my highest recommendation. Well, I'm going to take this out. I'll tell you where. At around 1850. Oh, that's below my entry. Not crazy about that. Not crazy about that. And the fact that we got back under that level there, I'm taking it out now. That's it. Wait for the next trade. There's always another trade. There's always another bus coming into the station. That's also actually what I like about active scalping, is the fact that I'm not so dependent on one or two trades in the day and have to hope that that's the trade that makes money. When you're an active scalper, each trade contributes so little to your overall profit that whether it wins or loses is insignificant. So it's a lot less stressful. If you guys check out my live stream in the mornings, I think I'm one of the most, I can't say one of the most active scalpers, but I'm a pretty active scalper. I'm not sitting on my hands for 4 hours waiting for a setup. I think the regulars of my channel can attest to that. Okay, we're a little bit far from getting an entry. What do I need? I need a retrace. And then a little bit of continuation, and then I'm going to have to try and get a good price on that. We're hugging this rising trend line, and we triple touched. This could definitely be, in my opinion, a bull flag, and that was the entry right there when we broke the high of the previous candle. Unfortunately, I didn't see it that way at the moment it was happening. I saw it just a few seconds later. If I would have caught that triple touch on this bar here, on this bearish bar, where is it? Hold on. On this bearish bar, if I would have caught this triple touch when it closed, if I would have noticed it, that's what I want to say, I would have gone along on the break of the high of that candle. Okay, anyways, I missed it. I missed it. Easy to call it, eh, after it happens. That's why I'm not saying I called it. Well, there's the 40. I don't even think I would have gotten stopped out on my trade if I would have held in my targets. Got to get better at holding. It's one of my weaknesses. Okay, we're going to watch for the next bull flag. What does this look like on the daily? Oh, nothing. We're not getting anything on the daily. Nothing to catch from the 15-minute, and I'm looking at the 5-minute charts. I got the 5-minute charts here on the left side. Nothing really to see there either. No divergence between NQ, ES. Even if there was, I really wouldn't look at it at this time. Pivot point is way up at 447. Irrelevant at this time. 430 is the previous day's close. Thursday's close. Friday the markets were closed. Let's see what we get. Guys, while we're waiting for a setup, play Deal Me In. Hold on, it's true. You guys don't know about Deal Me In. Let me go over here. You're seeing that. Okay, well, that's what I did so far. It's true, I didn't even realize my results don't show on the other screen. I thought they do. Let's bring this down and let's get rid of that. There we go. Say hello. Get 300 chips. You get to play. Beat the dealer. And I don't have it set to subscriber only. So you can actually say hello even if you're not a subscriber. You get 300 chips. You get to play Beat the Dealer. You type Deal Me In right there, top left. I don't have prizes yet. Soon I'll code it for prizes. Well, that blue line there on the 1-minute chart that you're seeing is pretty. It's just really tracking the high of the evening session, and I guess I do have to move it soon enough, eh? Maybe on the next bull flag I'll move it. I'll move it now. The hell with it. I mean, if there was any level that I'm tracking, it would probably just be right there. The 704 high, maybe. Any contrarians taking sell positions? Taking shorts here? Me personally, don't take my advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You gotta follow your own process, your own plan. Trade on demo. Don't copy my trades, but with all that nonsense being said, I don't see a reason yet to take a short trade. I need to see a little bit of selling, maybe a close under this swing low right here, 18,320. But then we have VWAP right under there, so I think the better trades, the higher probability trades right now are to the upside. That could change at any moment's notice, but 7.75 points, average range, the 1-minute candles. That's the ATR blue line that you see on the bottom here, bottom right. And if I'm trading bull flags, you know what? I'll take a bull flag trade, but just for a 2-lot. 2 micros, a little bit of tradertainment here. If I get filled at a better price, My stop's going to be real close on this. It's going to be the low of this candle. Actually, an even better entry, if I actually got filled, would be the low of the entry candle. That would be a tight trade. Target maybe just a little bit of a pop over the evening session highs now. But I didn't get filled. I think at this point I got to close it late again. Late again. Let's see if we pop through the evening session highs. I noticed when the bull flags are working, they work one after the other. I require at least 2 bars for the retrace. I prefer 3 actually. So that's bar 1, bar 2. There would have been a 3rd bar, I prefer it. But in this case over here, we saw 1 bar, 2 bar, and then we went 1 bar, 2 bar. We broke the high. Like I said, it's a small scalp. How I would have framed it would have been something like that. So 350 would be the 1-to-1. Let's see if we can trade up to 350. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Wow. Well, missed it again. Missed it again. I thought I had it. I tried. You saw. I entered in the limit order. Just didn't get filled. So far for this evening, it's been the story of the evening. Missing the fills. I missed this one by a few seconds, and I missed this one by, well, didn't come down far enough. Again, I guess just entered the order in a little bit too late. You get to see my risk plan over there, top left corner. How I size. My conditions for entry. I put it up there. I gotta say honestly, mostly to remind myself. Not so much for you guys. You know, everyone's, like I said before, everyone's got to have their own plan. And now that I'm looking at my screen there. Oh, it's gone. Don't forget me and Joker. Joker Trades, co-stream. Most weeknights starting at 7 p.m. That's cool because you guys get to see 2 perspectives. Joker is kind of like an ICT guy. You know, taking, I won't say counter trend trades. I call them counter trend trades. You know, like if he was on the stream right now, I would assume he's potentially looking for a sell. Most likely not looking for a long. I mean, I can't speak on his behalf, but that's kind of the way I see it, at least with most ICTers. And me, on the other hand, I got lost watching him. And me on the other... he choked me up on that one. Well, he's got a very thorough analysis on, you know, with his ICT concepts and his ICT theories. And I got nothing bad to say about ICT. I mean, when my kids asked me if they should be using it, I said, yeah, it's valid and you could frame trades around it, definitely. Doesn't mean they have a higher win rate than any other system or any well-researched system. I would bet that if you took a look at the results of my algo over here, it probably has the same sort of risk profile and accuracy percent, if not maybe even a little bit better. I don't like counter trend trading. It's not for me. I prefer to go with the trend. You know why? Because my brain tells me this. When you're with the trend, I'm sure there's sound, but yeah, the dictionary he's talking about. I prefer to go with the trend because the trend can only be wrong once. Only once. It can only change one time. So, you know, like even let's say I use the touch of the movie of the trend line, which I don't, but let's just say, you know, it could touch, winning trade, touch, winning trade. I can have 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 0, whatever, but I can only really have one losing trade if I were to use that kind of a technique. Now, again, I'm a much more active scalper, so I have losses, even though the trend hasn't changed yet. I'll take a stop loss. But in general, if someone's going for large targets, like the ICT strategies go for very large targets. You know, it's so easy to formulate a system where you can have multiple winners. Here, let me just do one for you right here. Remove. Let me go over here. So one example would be using a price channel with a midline. When you get a close outside the price channel, step 1, and step 2, you get a close above the midline, you short. Why? Because we close below over here. Touch of the midline, you get out. Close above again, the midline, you short again. You know, you could keep going and going and going and hit a whole bunch of winners, but you can only lose once when we go above the upper line. And now we reverse, and we can go long every time we touch or close below the midline and target the upper line. And you can only be wrong once. So there's so many ways you can set up systems like that, you know? I like price channels. Lots of hearts. Who's the guy that sends me hearts? I forgot. Oh, Crispy. Crispy, is that you? Let me go check if Crispy's in the room. No, I don't see Crispy. I don't know who that is. Someone with a broken mouse? And the price channel here I'm using is a, what's the word to use? A slow price channel. It's 20 periods. If I double click on it, let me just show you. It's a 20 period price channel, right? You do see that? Let me just confirm that. There you go. Yep, you do see it's a 20 period. The other one that I really like, especially if I'm scalping the way I told you, is to change it to an 8, which is what the opening drive uses. So if I change it to 8, you're going to see what I'm talking about here. 7, 8. So now with an 8, every close below you go long. Every close above you go short when you are in a downtrend. Let's see, you'd get a lot of trades. Oh no, this is hiking Ashia, it won't work. Hey, it's too bad, it's too bad, it's too bad, it's too bad. I don't want to, yeah, I can change it. Hold on, I'm showing you guys something. I can go to 1 minute without. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, with hiking Ashia it doesn't work, of course not. So, close above the price channel. We're in long mode. We close below the midline. You can see the midline. You take a long trade. You're out. You're long again. You lose. You're short. Small loss. You're long. Winner. That would be about it. In this case, I can't show you winner, 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 winner. But when there's a trend, you can catch a bunch of winners. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to get to you guys. Why I don't like being a counter trend trader. And I got to bring this back to 20. Another system you can use on the 20 is when you've broken the upper price channel and you get 2 or 3, well, no, 2 or more Heikin-Ashi bars to the downside, and then a continuation Heikin-Ashi bar, especially if it's small, that's your entry. 2 or more, that's small, that's your entry. If the first continuation bar is big like this, I wouldn't use it. You know, like that's a case also where you can get a lot of entry. So if I'll show you a losing trade, we're short because we broke the price channel to the downside. 2 bar retrace, that would be your entry. You'd get stopped out because I would use a 3 bar, in this case the 3 bar high. Short, loss, short, take profit. Anyways, there's lots of ways to set up systems. You can put in some more filters also. Maybe use multiple time frames. And you don't have to break your head with ICT theory. I find it difficult. But on the other hand, people who use it say it's not difficult for them. I guess the more you work with it, the more you practice. I guess flying a rocket's not difficult when you've done it enough times, right? What was the bar with the line with the 3 bar touch? It was this one. Okay, we're coming up to another kiss of that bar. Right now, I don't have anything that can give me a trade, unfortunately. I'm looking. Don't want to force it, though. I don't know, again, if you guys really tune in all the time, but another observation I've made is that between 8 and 8:30, there is a high or low put in. And I don't mean for like 10 minutes, maybe for the next hour, hour and a half. And this is right on the 8:30 mark. So with that in mind, I'm not so eager to take longs anymore. That pattern seems to hold true. A majority of nights, I guess that's the best way to phrase it. Obviously, nothing happens 100% of the time, right? You know what, I should code this algo to also hold for longer term trends, because it catches some really good moves. Another flag developing. 1, 2, 3, 4. For me personally, it's 3 to 5 bars. Anything more than that, if you can't break the high of the previous candle, I mean, even 2 is okay. I prefer 3, I said, but like, if the next candle can't break this high, and there we go, we broke the high. Okay, so that's, yeah, this one could qualify. But like I said, now we're fighting with the 8:30, 8 to 8:30 puts in the highs. So right there in the top corner where you'll see my risk parameters, one of them is if you have a reason not to take a trade, don't take a trade. And that would be my reason not to take the trade here, because we've moved up pretty strongly. How many points? 280 to 380, 100 points since, oh, even more than that, actually. Nah, I'll go with the 740. Yeah, so that would be my reason not to take this one. I'm probably probably more inclined to want to take shorts now, but unfortunately, see, this is where my hands are tied because I'm a trend trader, and right now the trend is up. I'm not, well, you know what? I'm wrong. I was going to say I'm not feeling or thinking, but I am thinking. Oliver Velez, I don't know if you know Oliver Velez, he says, you don't think, you don't feel, you just take your setups. And I was going to start off with that sentence saying, I'm not feeling, which is true, I'm not feeling that we're going to rotate lower now, but I am thinking we are. So I guess I'm kind of breaking an Oliver Velez rule. On the other hand, my algo has switched to short bias. All that means, though, is that there's a little momentum to the downside. That's starting to come into the markets. You know, if wood chip was here, I bet this would be a good low risk short. 67, just to break it a high would be your stop, and you short here. Again, it's not my wheelhouse, it's not my playbook, so I'm not going to take it. This is my gray zone where I sit on my hands. I might get a short entry on the algo, but this one also requires at least 2 bars. Sorry, 2 consecutive bars for the retrace. Right now we only have one. We got one here, and then we had a continuation bar, a bearish bar. And now again, one bullish bar. So we need 2 consecutive bullish bars. And it still won't short. It will then require a bearish bar. So there's your 2 bullish bars. The target on the algo will be 7 points. Just look at the ATR on the bottom. It targets 1 ATR. Let's see what the close will be on this candle. Hey, Sparkles. Yeah. Boop. Something just happened, and I forgot what that was. We will get to see the targets. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Hold on, there we go. There's the short trade for the algo, in case anybody wants to watch it. It takes it automatically for a 1 lot. Target, like I said, it's probably going to be 8 points. What that means is if this candle, all it has to do is touch the target, and when the candle closes, it gets out. That's how it's coded. I'm not sure if this went far enough. We're going to see at the end of the candle, it'll draw in the take profit line. Eight seconds away. 3, 2, 1. Boom, there it goes. It touched the take profit line, so when the candle closed, it got out. A big 4 points. But on the other hand, that candle could have continued lower all the way down to 18,330 and made 20 points. That's the market. We don't tell the markets how much it pays us. We just take whatever it gives us. We do not have control over what the market does, only over our executions. And that's also why I like the algo, because it always executes properly. The algo doesn't make decisions. It doesn't feel or think. Just follows the code. I could potentially get another long, but I'm not sure I want to take it. Right now we're in it marks off the fair value gaps. I have two colors. Wherever you see, let me change my cursor. Just makes them easier for me to see. Oh, I thought I changed my cursor. My cat's going nuts. If you see an orange bar, it means it's the third candle in a fair value gap setup. The box is the most recent bearish fair value gap. I only marked the most recent one with a box. So we had a bearish fair value gap here, but there's no box because it's not the most recent one. And the dark blue is to mark off the bullish fair value gaps. So, let me get rid of, hold on. Let me get rid of screen 2 so you can see it. I didn't know I was blocking it. Yeah. And the blue ones, the dark blue is bullish fair value gaps. I only box the most recent bullish fair value gap. But here's a dark blue candle, which means this is the third candle of also a bullish fair value gap, which was right over there. So I just code in the fair value gaps. I don't know if you hear my cat. Okay, let's see if the algo, if the algo, see, I got a long just triggered on my top step charts, but not crazy at this level to go. There we got a bullish fair value gap. A wise man tells me if this is a rotation lower, we are not going to revisit this fair value gap. So if that's our theory, we can take a trade and put our stop right there at 55, but still it's 9 points. That's quite a bit. And that also assumes that this is the rotation higher now. Off this little, call it a pullback, I guess. We did get a lower swing high and a lower swing low. Actually, two lower swing lows. Well, got 7 points already on the top step entry, but I wasn't courageous enough to take the entry. I'm not eager to take trades in the evening session. Always worried that there isn't going to be follow through, but you know what? Right now we got 9 points. Volatility's picking up a little bit. I think we were down to 5 at 8 o'clock. I think I missed everything good. I think I'm being too cautious. Let's see what happens at 9 o'clock. I'll stick around for a few more minutes after that, and then I guess it's time to close it up for the evening. Let's take one 2-lot trade. If I can get if I can get this price here. No, just a few seconds too late. Again, story of my life. Story of the evening. I kind of like this short though. I'm good taking this short at 54. Well, if I can get 54 or better. I'd like to get 56 if possible. But that's before we get down to 47, and we're already almost at 47. I guess that's why they say traders have to have sharp, fast minds. Mine isn't working sharp or fast today. I'm always one step behind. But I've learned not to chase, and that's it. The trade is over. I tried 2 different ways to get in to the short side, and you know, they say that's an indication of whether or not your trade's going to be a winner. The harder it is to get in, the more likely it's going to be a winner. If you were able to get in with by long by bidding or offering, posting an offer and trying to go short, if it was easy for you to get in, they say that's a sign that you're going to lose, or increases the probabilities at least. I've noticed that also. When you only have 1 or 2 or 3 seconds to enter, that was your window of opportunity. Those are the ones that work out the best. Well, I guess at this point, I think I could trade a bear flag if I can maybe take one more trade. And I do want to stick around for 9 o'clock. Where is the time? Why is the time? The time's supposed to be on my screen. There we go. It's supposed to be on my... Let's see if we can get a bear flag. Or at least what I'm calling a bear flag. 2, 3 candles. Not really a great trade though. I mean, if this candle closed below the lower line, I would be really encouraged to take short trades, especially if we can retrace up to the midline. But we wicked it and went back higher. Anyways, let's see what develops. We watch. Might see a momentum push down to VWAP. Did they try to entice longs, making them think we're going to go up and fill the gap and now trap them? If you look at this previous close right there, that is Wednesday's close. We got right at it. Closed right on Wednesday's close. And there you go. There is a 2-bar retrace. Could have gotten a short there too. Distracted again. What is that? Trade number 4. I'm starting to embarrass myself with all the trades I'm missing. Guys, don't forget co-stream weeknight 7 p.m. futures floor with the Joker trades. 2 streamers for the price of 1. I think it's a cool show because you get 2 different perspectives on the market. Okay, we're gonna get a short entry here somewhere. We just gotta wait for it, but we're gonna get a short entry. Actually, this pattern that formed over here is a very common pattern. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but how often do you lose money on your trade? It takes you out, and then it goes. Let me see, it's the path. Let me, path, which one was path? Control 4. So what I'm seeing here is on this trend line, on the break, this is the losing trade. I mean, depends on where you had your take profit if you're going for 1-to-1. But this is your losing trade where you go short. Stops you out. And then it goes. Oops. The reason why I'm seeing it that way is because I was saying that I'm expecting the high to be put in around 8,830. Now this move to the downside over here, since it's off a new high, I can't justify taking a short, but this is a lower swing high. So yes, you can call that the first short. Let me try again, Control 4. So this could be the first short. Let's say you short on the break of the low of the previous candle. Stops you out. And then goes. So many of my setups, I find that it does that. It's frustrating. But again, with active scalping, it's not really a big deal because no one trade is significant to your overall numbers at the end of the evening or the end of the day. Unlike someone who's taken 1 trade or a day or 3 trades a week, I can understand hoping and praying that that trade's going to work out for you, because if not, your week is done. And if you're taking 10 to 15 trades in a day and trying to eke out a small edge out of that, you know, maybe get 9 winners, 6 losers. If it kind of swings against you and you have 8 losers and 7 winners, you're always in about the same ballpark. The edge is small. Maybe I got to find a way also to increase my profit targets. That would be something I could look into. Five minutes to 9 o'clock. We're going to compare the 9 o'clock burst of activity to the 8 o'clock burst of activity. We saw it over here on this candle. It's kind of hidden behind the, let me move it over. This was the 8 o'clock candle. Does it show? Hold on. Ah, there we go. I can move it over a little bit more. Yeah, there's the 8 o'clock candle. Let's see what the 9 o'clock candle gives us. Then I might just wrap it up. Are we going to get a bounce off VWAP here, or are we just going to steamroll right through it? Or are we going to see something like this? Let me... Or are we going to see something like this? A big, large candle, and then kind of a little bit of a consolidation and a roll right back up. Actually, this one didn't even close below it. We're most likely going to make another run. Remember I said that the 8 to 8:30 high, usually the rotation lasts for at least an hour to an hour and a half, so at least till 10 o'clock. Still got another hour. And no, it doesn't happen every evening. It just happens often enough to be a pattern. Well, this kind of sucks, really, eh? Not really anything I could have gotten in on this. I tried a few shorts, didn't get them. Not getting enough of a retrace to enter. And if anything I enter on, it's going to be a chase, and I really don't want to chase anymore. I've had enough. Those days are over for me. I miss. You know what? Tomorrow the markets are open, but wow, look at the volatility picking up. It's up to 10 already, eh? Impressive. 10-point average range in the 1-minute candles in an evening session. Nothing to complain about. It's too bad. I said if I get above 20 viewers, that'll be a hallmark for me. I'll stream through the night, but I think we were up to 11 today, but then people bailed. Ain't gonna happen tonight. I was hoping maybe on the Easter evening we'd have a bunch of lonely traders looking for a home on YouTube. Still going lower, right? You know what? This happens so often. I gotta go watch that Al Brooks video. He gives you a technique for entering in on one-way markets. It might even be on a 1-bar retrace. Don't really remember. We just got 2 consecutive closes under VWAP. So that's another strong indication that we're going to trade lower. 1 minute. You make it sound like New Year's. Are we going to do a countdown? A 10-second countdown? 1 minute to go. I need one of the... You made it seem so exciting. Well, if we don't get a pop, I'm going to complain to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, hey, 8 o'clock, we got a pop. We got a little burst of volatility. Why not at 9 o'clock? Boom! Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, we're going to go with 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock it is. Screw to 9 o'clock. Well, I'm going to watch out for that for a few evenings, but certainly we saw a burst of activity at 8 o'clock, and certainly we saw absolutely nothing at 9 o'clock. That is 100% confirmed for tonight. I'm getting fed up waiting for an entry short. This is how they wear you out. They tire you down. You get fed up waiting for a short entry, and then you just say, to hell with it, I'm going to get in, and you end up selling the low. How about a VWAP retest? Is that a trade? I always said I'm not going to use VWAP anymore for a reason to enter a trade. I'm just going to use it as a reason not to take a trade. So in this case, it would be not to take a long, just under VWAP. I can technically call this a soon to be forming bear flag. I want more than just one candle. Let's see if we can get one or two more candles to cooperate. Another minute and a half. What is that? As a football, a rocket? Not sure what I'm looking at there. It doesn't say what that emoji is.
Tonight I'm here alone in this empty space, just the wood and floor.
Okay, well, we have a break at the low of the previous candle, but I can't take this trade to the downside because that's only really one candle. This isn't enough. I mean, theoretically, in a court of law, this low is higher than the previous low, but not good enough for me. Even though the markets are trading lower, it's not good enough for me. So, I don't want to wait anymore. That was fun. I came on for about an hour. I ended up staying, I think, an hour and a half. Thanks for showing up, guys. Just to remind you again, I trade bougie. I trade live every morning, 9:15 a.m. And I have a co-stream most weeknights at 7 p.m. with the Joker. So tune in, subscribe, hit the like button, and go watch that video on the back testing, especially the second one, the one I did this Saturday. And if you're not in the mood to watch the video, just scroll to the end when you see the results. It's pretty impressive. There's a graph. I break down the average winner, average loser, the accuracy percent, profit factor. So even just go watch the last few minutes of that video. Okay, I'm calling it an evening, and I will see you guys in the morning. Again, thanks again for showing up. See you tomorrow.